This is Danny Gaffone for ESBR Boxing in Birmingham. I'm in the dark nooks and crannies of the Utility Arena, and who do I find lurking back here? Frank Smith. Frank, the first show in Birmingham in 5 years, I think I've heard people saying. Just sum up your thoughts on it overall.
Yeah, great to be back in Birmingham, and I think great, as I've said a few times, to see, such a packed out crowd and fighters selling so many tickets. Fighters on the before the bell section selling 300, 400, 500 tickets. I think it means there's huge opportunity in Birmingham moving forward to bring back big shows here. With that kind of support, it's great to see, and we won't be waiting 5 years to come back.
Top of the bills, just walking past us here now. Galal Yafai in there with Tommy Frank. I think on paper maybe the toughest fight of his career, but there's that old saying, you don't get paid for overtime, and Galal certainly adhered to that tonight. Less than a round, just really impressive from Galal.
I think Galal had to get back, and maybe he's got to do some washing or something. Like he was rushing him back up as well when the ref was counting. It was a tremendous performance from him. He's a special fighter. He's walking past now. He's blushing. Special fighter. See you in a bit, champ. See you later. Can maybe last a bit longer next time. Yeah, like maybe 3 minutes.
Next time maybe.
No, he's a special fighter, and some big nights to come with him. He's going to move very quickly, and I think world title fights aren't far away.
How far away just do you think? I mean, there was this talk of Galal having this like Lomachenko style, when a top amateur turns over, moving really quickly. I think it's maybe taken him a bit longer than people thought to get to sort of, we'll call that British level tonight. In an ideal world, wins Galal Yafai fighting for a world title?
I think mid-part of 2024. I think you'll see it. Look, he showed his level tonight in terms of he went out there and dispatched of Tommy Frank, really. And he's got an exciting style as well. And he can do that for 12 rounds as well. Like what he went out there and showed us tonight, he can literally go for 12 rounds like that. But I think, mid-part of 2024, he needs the right step-up fights. He needs to stay active. I think we're looking at sort of November, December time for his next one. And he needs the right level of fights. But, he's ready for anyone.
Quick word on the co-main event, Cyrus Patterson versus Kona Walker. One of the best fights I've seen live. I'm not sure how much Lewis Ritson was enjoying it. I've seen him sat ringside with his head in his hands, but incredible fight. Yeah,
look, amazing fight. Look, respect to both of them, and congratulations to Conor Walker. That was the moment he's been waiting a long time for, and a lot of people believed he could do it. Cyrus, as always, gives us so much entertainment. He's a brilliant, tough man. And I think, we'll definitely see the rematch of that fight, but, unbelievable from the pair of them, because, like you said, that's probably one of the best fights I've seen live as well. And you have to give respect to both of them because they went out there and delivered that for us and the people watching at home and watching in the arena. So, yeah, great fight. Great fight with Jordan Flynn and Kane Baker to kick off the show as well. I personally thought Jordan boxed a lot better than he did in the first fight. I think we'll see a trilogy of that one. I think he probably should have got the win tonight in that fight. Khalil Majid activity is going to be key for him now, back out October 21. Sol Dakers, as I've said, it's a busy time for British heavyweights and lots of opportunities there for him. And then the bell section of the card, 4 great fights. Aaron Bowen in a tough fight, and the kind of fight he needs because he wants to step up quickly. Ibrahim Suleiman, great win on his debut. Sahil Khan the same, and Muhammad Ali, looked much improved tonight, and a great performance from a young fighter. So it was a top night, from top to bottom, and I think one of the best next gen shows we've ever done.
We'll move on, Frank. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. I've just overheard Eddie say 70-30. Now, I think it sounded like it was a lot more likely than that before the Robert Helenius fight. We were saying it was a lot more close to done than 70-30. Is this fight going to be next?
Look, we've done so much talking about all these fights. The reality is we need to go and do the work and deliver it. We can talk about percentages. It's the fight we want to try and make happen next. Everyone wants to do that. We're in conversations, as people know. Discussions have gone well. Still work to be done, but I feel that we can get it there. It's the fight people want, so fingers crossed.
What could stop the fight happening? Because Deontay Wilder says he wants the fight. You, Eddie, AJ all seem to want the fight. Skills Challenge seem to want the fight. What could stop the fight happening?
No, it's just getting the deal right now. It's just getting the deal finalised and getting it all together. That's all it is. If the deals come together and we get everything working in the right direction, then there's no doubt that fight happens. But these mega fights, it's not just like click your fingers and it's done. There's a lot of work and effort that goes into it, but we will all work as hard as we can and push to make that fight.
It wouldn't be a week in British boxing if there wasn't some sort of promoter back and forth. And Frank Warren has had a bit to say last night at his show in York Hall. First day around the Alicia Baumgartner situation, he was sort of blasting drug-free sport, hinting they're not fit for purpose. And then he's claimed that Alicia was on the brink of signing with Jake Paul. Just your response to Frank's comments from last night.
I think Frank's a deluded old man. I think he should be kept away and sit on the beach and enjoy himself. It's hard to be in this business for that long of a time and still be happy, and I don't know why he wants to do it. It's frustrating about look, Alicia's come out about the comments about the Jake Paul stuff. She's answered that herself, so there's that one. That saying it's a load of rubbish. What's frustrating in these times is we're talking about a positive test, right? And Alicia should be given her opportunity, as all athletes should, to go through due process, right? So that's one part. But we're talking about a test that's come back positive. We're not talking, he's now trying to throw stones and create a narrative, this is Frank Warren, about drug-free sport. But we're talking about a positive test here. So, shouldn't we all be in the sport going, we want to make the sport safer, we want to improve the sport. So rather than talking a load of shit, let's all come together and go, right, as commissions, as promoters, as sanctioning bodies, as governing bodies, how do we make the sport safer? Rather than going, yeah, this drug-free sport, what a load of getting all agitated and angry about it. We're talking about a positive test. So, I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused. Look, it's an agency that handle a number of major sporting leagues in the United States. Frank probably wouldn't know that because he hasn't done a show in the United States in quite a while that he's had any actual involvement in. As a little tiddly co-promoter, maybe he's been there. But we do shows week in, week out. I haven't been in the sport. I'm not disrespecting what he's done in the sport, but he just talks a load of shit. And let's come together, let's actually look at it this way and go, how can we improve the sport? How can we make the sport safer? How many of Frank Warren shows has he implemented random testing over and above the British Boxing Board and Control testing? I don't know. You tell me. You don't know. We don't know. So he's so quick to throw stones and talk a load of shit. But let's focus on making the sport better.
Well, Frank, you've not held back there, so we'll wrap it up. There's a bit of a queue for him, and thanks for your time so late as always.
No problems, mate. Cheers.